Welcome back to another video. Okay, you're joining me out here today. A bit of a tutorial one for you. So we're going to be erecting a 4.5 by 3 metre DD tarp in a TP tent style. The good thing about using the bigger rectangular tarp is you can incorporate a bit of a ground sheet just to keep all the bugs off. Some people are pretty picky about stuff like that, so it's always good to have it. The most part of what I've seen is with the 3x3s, the TP style, they don't have a ground sheet, so it's just really good to have that extra protection, especially in the winter when the ground's all sodded and whatnot. So yeah, let's crack on with it then. I'm out here with my dog today. You'll probably see him flying about while I'm trying to put it up, but yeah, let's crack on. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is obviously just get the tarp laid out. What I usually do is put the side that you usually have as the roof on a conventional tarp setup, I'll put that to the floor. Okay, so now what we're going to do is use 2 pegs, and we're going to peg off the centres. Like this. Get one in, round to the other centre tile point, pull it nice and taut, like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold one side over and pull that kind of taut as well. Like so. Okay, so we've come round to the front now. Obviously the 2 centre pins are there, and we've folded it this way. So what we're going to do now, pull that taut, ignoring the bottom part, the bottom half. You can just shove that in if you want. But what we're going to do here is we're going to find the second tie off point, keep it taut, and then we're going to use the corner one here and put it in that one's place. I'll let that one go. We're going to do the same for this side. So again, pull in taut, find your second tie off point, and we're just going to replace that second one with the corner, exactly where it would have been. And just forget about the bottom for now, that can all be tucked under after. Okay, so what we're going to use now is just your standard trekking pole. Just find the height that's right for you. You'll find the height with the tension of the tent, so you might have to adjust it. Also, if you're using a stick or anything instead of a trekking pole, just make sure the top has been rounded off with your knife, so there's no sharp edges, so you don't damage your tarp. Okay, so all we're going to do here is the middle tie off point that you can see there. We're just going to probably come about a foot forward off of that one with the end of the pole, so about there. And we're just going to push it up, slide the bottom in until it's vertical. Okay, I could probably come this way a little bit more, go to the front a little bit. Okay, that's perfect. And all I want to do is make sure that everything's pretty taut at this stage. What do you reckon, Rocco? Not bothered. So that's looking pretty good. So what we can do now is these parts here, look. So ignore the centre one. The 2 side tie off points here on the flaps. What we're going to do is just tie a bit of cordage to those, and we're going to fold them back. Okay, so that's got a bit of paracord on it. And what we're going to do is take another peg and we're just going to fold the flap back, and we're going to peg off at this tie off point down here with the peg, pull it nice and taut, and we're just going to tie off that flap on there with a little quick release. Okay, and we're going to repeat that on this side. So again, paracord on the middle tie off point and a peg, pulling the flap back and pegging off at the middle tie off point down here, pulling taut again, and again just a nice quick release knot. Okay, so what we're going to do at this point is we're going to attach some cord to the middle tie off point. You'll find with this that you'll need to make your cord long enough to get the right angle to make that taut, like so. So obviously if your cord's too short and it's down here, we're still going to have this flapping about in the wind, it's going to get really annoying. So you just got to have enough cord to make that right angle, and all we're going to do is just peg it off down here. Okay, so all we're going to do is just create a little loop here. All I've done there, just made a adjusting knot that you can pull up and down with a tension if anything moves later on. So we've got that nice and taut, and we're just going to peg that in like so. Okay, so what we can do now is just adjust the ground sheet. All we can do is pull this back, get that nice and taut, and then we're just going to go back in, and then we can just spread the ground sheet out as we want. You can even peg it down if you've got any spare pegs, so we can put the peg dead in the centre. Just bear in mind, if it does if it's gave rain out overnight, and you might just want to pull that back so it's covered by this part. And again, we can peg it off at the sides there if we need to. Yeah, so as you can see, absolute bags of space inside there. Okay, there you go folks, easy as that. Could easily be erected in about 3 or 4 minutes, and you've got yourself a nice shelter there for two comfortably, 3 at a push to sleep in there. But yeah, really simple, built-in ground sheet, so you know nothing's getting in or nothing's biting you, you're not getting wet. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you've learnt something new, and I hope you'll go out and test it out too. I'm just going to lay back in here for 10 minutes now, I think, with a pooch, and I'll be heading off home, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, Rocco! Come on, boy.